Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today is February 21st. It's New Comic Book Day. Got my stack of comics here from the local comic shop. I'm gonna open these up for you and show you what we got. Alright guys, got our comics here for this week, February 21st. That's the stack right there. Not too much, just a little over a handful. I get a lot of my comics from DCBS. I only get some comics from the local comic book shop because I do like visiting the comic shop. Inevitably, I end up finding something that I wasn't aware of or just looks interesting that I don't have on my pull list. And that pretty much happened today. I just saw something that I liked and looked it up. It looked interesting, so I picked it up. I'm going to give it a shot before adding it to my pull list. But that's just a good thing about going there is you get to see what they have. And this store, this is Titan Comics here in Dallas. And they have a large selection of comics, including indie. So it's definitely worth it to stop by there. They have tons to look through. So let's take a look at everything we have here. Got the Comic Shop News, issue 1905. Is anyone else collecting these? I'm not really collecting it. They give it to me whenever I go in, and I don't really throw them away. So I guess I am collecting them, but I'm not really, there's 2,000 of them. I don't know. All right, this here is what I picked up just kind of on a whim. Cemetery Kids Don't Die. I looked it up while I was there, just read a couple blurbs about it, and it talked about just like the use of technology and how it's affecting us, how that it's a horror comic, and also just looking at the interior art, looked pretty neat. Kind of like the level of detail in the art that I like. So I figured I'd just give this a shot and see how it is. Looked kind of sci-fi-ish, so just thought I'd, see how it is, and if I don't like it, just one issue. Next up we got Titans number 8, and this is the latest issue. I didn't start off pulling this, but I do have like the first couple issues, and I don't know, I just didn't really want to get into an event, so I didn't get any of that Beast World stuff, so I don't really know how that affected the universe. But I wanted to maybe just pick this up and see if I start liking it and enjoy it. I do collect Nightwing, but I'm so far behind on Nightwing stuff. Alright, next up is Animal Pound number 2. And this one, I did really like this. I read issue 1 over the holidays. I picked it up just on a whim going into a comic book shop when I was visiting family in Tennessee. And I really liked it. It was kind of sad, I think. It was basically like the story was setting up that they were in this pound and they were trying to escape. Some sad things happened in the story. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys in case you guys are interested in reading this. And it's more of like, this is by Tom King, by the way, and I'm sure that there's some commentary about like society in there. I forget all the details, but it was just a really interesting read, so figured I'd continue reading this. Anytime I get the next issue, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go back and reread the previous issue just real quickly and just kind of refresh my memory. Alright, next up is Rick and Morty final. Oh, crap. Just dropped the comic on the floor, but it doesn't seem to be damaged. So we have Rick and Morty Finals Week, She-Rick Holmes, and Mortson. Next up we have Batman the Joker Year 1 Part 3. Put that one up here like that. Then we got Batman Superman World's Finest 24. Return to Kingdom Come Part 5. Then we have Superman 11. Walking Dead 83. No Way Out Part 4. I said in one of my previous videos that I was on 81, I think, or 82. I'm just loving it so far. I'm just enjoying reliving this story from the comic perspective, because I didn't read the original series, but I watched the whole show, and I just love the way, the direction this goes versus the show. And also there's just, there's still surprises, and it's still interesting because it is different than the show. There's some different characters, some different plot points. And lastly we got Firepower number 30. This one was just a on the whim pickup. Looks like it's thicker than the other issues here, since it's, I think, the last issue of the whole series. And the reason I got this is because I did find a whole bunch of Firepower at McKay's in Nashville. I don't know if you guys are familiar with McKay's, but it's kind of like a half-price books. They have used stuff, and they have a large, extra large selection of comic books. Like, literally, you could spend 4 to 5 hours looking through all the comics and still probably miss some. Like, they have such a huge selection of comic books. And I found a bunch of those issues for 90 cents each. So I grabbed them, looked it up knowing that they were limited and it was going to be ending soon, and I heard good things about it, so I grabbed a whole bunch of them. I also grabbed a couple recently from Half Price Books to kind of fill in that a little bit, and now I have all of them, and I probably spent less than what a trade paperback or omnibus would have been for this on single issues. So I think that's good, and just decided to pick up the last issue. So I think I have almost all of them except for maybe like 1 or 2, and I got it for all real cheap, except for this one. Just got it at cover price plus the pull list discount. Alright, so those are all my new comics. If I had to kind of choose which ones I'm most excited about, probably Animal Pound by Tom King, just because I just really enjoyed that first issue. So just really excited to pick up and see where they go with it, what kind of themes they'll kind of talk about. And then The Walking Dead Deluxe number 83, No Way Out Part 4. Just really excited to catch up on these last 2 issues and see where they're taking it. What I really like though about The Walking Dead comic is that there's not a lot of like heavy narration in the comic. Whereas I feel like some comics that have a lot of narration, it just kind of brings me out of the story and just kind of gets me tired. And I like just kind of picking up with the dialogue and seeing where they take it, using the art and the pacing of the dialogue to just tell the story rather than, someone's internal monologue and their thoughts and all that stuff. It works sometimes, but in this, I'm glad it doesn't have that. I do want to start doing reviews as well, and I'm not sure if I should do it on an individual issue basis or after a storyline or after a run. Just kind of talk about, what the plot points are, not really giving too many spoilers, but just the themes that each of these comics talk about, the writing style, the art, and what I think or what I feel about it. If you guys are interested, let me know what you'd like to see as far as reviews. But that's pretty much it for this video. New comics on February 21st, 2024. If you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up button. Any comments, comment down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.